Hey guys, it's me, Karine. Welcome back to my channel. I know what it is. Today's video is me teaching y'all my beginner, no foundation makeup, a very affordable tutorial. So, without further ado, let's just get straight into it because I know you guys don't want to hear me just talk. So first, what I like to do is I like to moisturize. First step is your base. We're gonna start in steps. So my normal makeup look is like, you guys can always adjust what I'm showing you guys, but I'm going to be doing my normal makeup look and y'all can just take out and put back in stuff that you don't use or don't like to put on your face or replace them. So first, I personally do not use primer. I think primer is a waste of time, but if you do use primer, I suggest anything from e.l.f. e.l.f. has really good affordable primers, so you can get that, but I just like to moisturize my skin as my base, as my primer. It's my primer, and I use this cream right here because I have dry skin. I use this, and then I take a little bit of plain unscented shea butter. Since this is a beginner's tutorial, I'm going to start with the brows. Let me get closer so y'all can see the skin and what I'm working with. I've got a mirror right here so that I can see what I'm doing. So I use the Maybelline New York Brow Ultra Slim in the color, hold on, black brown. I use this pencil right here. It's dual-sided, so you have the actual pencil and the what's it called, spoolie. And what you want to do is first you want to brush your hairs into the direction you want to fill in your brows. Of course, I just did my brows, so I don't really need to do that. But usually my brows are not done like this. So you want to brush them in the direction. And with this pencil, it's very thin. So you can, when you're applying it, you only need strokes. You don't need to worry about how much pressure it is because you can see I just did a couple of strokes. I didn't put too much pressure on the pencil. I'm not pressing it down. I'm just, lightly stroking it onto my skin. And you can see, look like mini hairs. And you can see just doing light strokes, just following my hairs, my natural hairs, the way I brush them. You always want to fill in your tail just a little bit more. So I add a little bit more pressure on the pencil when I'm filling in the tail of my brow. And don't worry about being super duper perfect because we have concealer to help. And as I go over here, I use less and less product as I go towards the mid-brow. Now I use e.l.f. The e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Satin Finish Concealer. This is $6 at Walmart, Target, anywhere, any drugstore. And my color is Deep Cinnamon. If you think that your color or your skin tone is similar to mine, my color is Deep Cinnamon. How I conceal. I put some concealer on the back of my hand like this, just a little dollop, because this is going to help me with cleaning up my brows just a little bit. For under the eyes, what you want to do is create just a little nug right there under your eyes. And then you want to do a slight pool like this. And then because my lids, as you can see, they're a lot darker and a lot red and a lot discolored from the rest of my body, I do like a very, very tiny dot of concealer there. For those who want to know if the difference between a brush and a beauty blender, I am going to be showing you guys that here. So I do have a e.l.f. beauty blender. I do not remember the price of this, but I know it's very cheap because it's from e.l.f. e.l.f. is a very affordable brand. And I have this brush right here. I got a whole set of brushes from Amazon for like $20. They should have like a brush like this, or you can just find a brush similar like this in any drugstore, because you can find one like this. You can just leave your face like this, but for me, just to do a little extra, I like to take the wand and just scrape off the excess concealer that's on the wand, and I do just a tiny dots in areas that I want to highlight. So because I have a small forehead, my forehead is a little more small, I put a little bit more concealer there, but this is ultimately what I do. You can just leave the eyes here for a even more natural look. I'm gonna go and wet this beauty blender real quick, and I'm gonna come back and show you guys one face with the beauty blender, one half, and then the other with a brush, and then you guys can see the finish and see what you like. Also, you want, before I go and wet this, you want to have the concealer under your eyes set a little. So wait like 30 seconds to a minute before you start blending. It's gonna take me 30 seconds to a minute to wet this beauty blender, maybe even less, and then I'll come back and show you guys how I blend it. So like I said before, you want to wait a little bit. The places that you can start blending immediately are here, because you don't want a lot. You still want it to look natural. So we're gonna do this side with the beauty blender. So we're gonna blend it here. See how that kind of just disappeared? The difference between beauty blender and a brush is the brush won't soak up as much product. So your beauty blender is just going to soak up a little bit more of the product, and I'm just going to use that to blend out these little here just for now, because it's just easier. And notice how I'm not swiping, I'm just dabbing it, because you do not want to swipe. I'm gonna just dab over here as well. So here, this side I'm gonna do beauty blender. So we're just dabbing here. I'm gonna leave a little bit, and you're going to want to blend out this first. You can blend this one out, but you wanna blend this out first. And because you let it sit, most of the pigment is gonna stay where you put the product. So you just wanna tap, and then here, there's a lot more product here. So you wanna bring it up your nose, bring it up and down your nose, and then blend it upwards. And then blend it upwards. And you do it until you see it becomes seamless. You don't want to stop blending. Here, let me open this one up. You don't want to stop blending until you see it become seamless. I recommend, if this is your first time using makeup, to use a beauty blender, because it takes up it like soaks up some of the product, so it does look really seamless. Now here is just the brush. Now here I'm just gonna start here, because the brush will be pointless to put here. We're just gonna, again, I'm not swiping. Even with the brush, you don't want to swipe. You just want to tap it upwards in the same motion, and we're gonna just blend it. And because it's a brush, it's a little hard to pinpoint exactly where you want the product to be, but you just use the same motions, take some of it, blend it under, and then blend everything like so. It's kind of hard to describe, so hopefully this video can show you exactly how I'm blending it. And I'm just gonna finish off here with the beauty. Next, we clean up our brows. Now, normally, if you do it nicely and you don't think that you need to clean up your brows, don't clean up your brows. It's gonna reduce cleaning up your brows makes it look like you have, you know, foundation, but the rule is just to do a little. Oh, I'm blocking your guys' view. So you're just going to do a little bit. You just want to follow the shape and just literally, you don't want to put too much, like right there. That's a little bit too much. I'm just cleaning up the edges, but wherever you feel you need to, do not put a lot of product. I'm gonna take a small brush like this. I'm just gonna blend it nicely. And just be careful not to swipe it back onto your brow. But here, I'm okay with using a swiping motion. And if you want to use your beauty blender as well, you need to be very, very careful, but just blend it away. There we go. This is the James Charles palette. It's pretty expensive, but they're no longer selling it. So, but I am just taking this yellow powder here, not too much. The e.l.f. does have like a loose powder, which will also work as well. And you just want to stamp it into wherever you put concealer. That way it doesn't crease. It doesn't, you know, leave any marks or anything. You just want to stamp it in. I recommend brown skin, dark skin, like people of color with darker skin use yellow, like yellow tinted setting powder. And if you are lighter, then I would use transparent. But usually some transparent setting powders come out very white and ghostly on brown skin. So, you know, you want to make sure that you're not doing that. I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and I'm just going to solidify the set. You do not need to do this, but I just like to do that just to make everything just go on a little bit more seamless. Now you guys can stop here, put on some mascara, but this is how I do my makeup, so I'm going to show you guys what I do. Okay, so I take this brush here. This is a blush brush, but I use it as a contour / bronzer. And I'm taking shades that are a little bit more warm toned because I want bronzer and darker than me. A really good bronzer is the, I don't remember the brand's name. I'm gonna link all the stuff that you can get for cheap that I personally use, but I'm not using in this video, to do your makeup. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab these two colors, dust off the excess, and we're gonna just, and because I want my face to look lifted, we're going to apply it closer to our cheeks. We're gonna push it in, apply it closer to our cheeks. So that's what I'm doing. Excess, I bring it down my chin and put on mascara, and boom, your makeup look is complete. But for me, I like to put eyeliner or mascara on. eyeliner, mascara, and lashes. So what I do is I have this angular brush and I dipped it in some water, and I'm taking right here, this is any dark black shade. So I'm taking my brush, right, and I'm going to follow, see that little line here? I'm gonna follow it. So I'm just gonna follow that natural line. Like that. Boom. Do the same thing here, following that, extend the line. We're gonna go to cut like I did the other eye. Okay, and then we're gonna drag it, fill in this bottom line. And use our finger. I like to use my fingers and the tweezers to get the best results. I'm not gonna really tell you guys how I do my lips like that, but you guys can just watch. This is how I normally do it. And y'all, that is it. Do a little some setting spray if you want. And that is the whole easy, no foundation makeup tutorial. I hope you guys loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something from it, because for me, this would have been amazing when I started wearing makeup, which was in like 8th grade or something, when I started dibbly dabbling in makeup and wanting to look cute. But hopefully this, this helped you guys. Hopefully you guys use this. You don't have to do the lashes and the eyeliner and all that. You can just do the base that I showed you and put on mascara, or add like a little bit of eyeshadow if you want. And if you guys want to see a full glam, which normally this is it, like I don't differentiate from this type of glam ever. So if you guys want to see me do more, because sometimes I do more, just a tiny bit, you guys tell me. Comment down below, like the video, just let me know you guys want to see more content like this. But without further ado, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.